I tried and tried and tried and tried and tried. I was wrong.
Hello, my beautiful loves. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Katherine A. Martinez. Oh my God. I can't. Miss Katherine A. Martinez, also known as A Flower Bloomed, and we're back. I know it's been a while. I know I told y'all I was going to be consistent, but life happens and I'm just getting back into the rhythm of things. Have lots and lots of content for you guys coming up in the next couple of months. 2020. Anyways, today is a bummy day. Got on my tracksuit. It's that full moon energy. Just want to be in bed, but I want to make this video for you guys to inform you what exactly are full moons, new moons, moon cycles, and why are they important? Why do they affect us? Because it's the last full moon of the decade, 12/12. So I just thought I'd make a video about it because I'm a big moon person. If you guys see me looking from side to side or up and down, it's because I'm looking at my handy dandy journal. I write notes here just to keep a consistency going with my videos and to keep you as informed as possible. The information that specifically the scientific information that I put out is done by research. I obviously don't know it at the top of my head, so I'm trying to inform you as much as possible from what I've informed myself. So everything is connected. I want you guys to get that straight. Everything is connected. You and I are connected in some way. The universe, the world, all the people, the animals, the plants, everything is connected. Scientifically, it is said that the sun and moon emanate energy waves that affect Earth's tides and water. And because us as humans, our bodies are made up of a certain percentage of water. I don't know what percentage specifically, so if you know, comment below, educate me. But because we are made up of some percentage of water, of course, the tides and the water that is affected by these energy waves are going to affect us as well because we are made up of water. So how does the moon and sun really affect us? Like, what does this look like? It could be an influx of behaviors, an influx of emotions. You know, we may be going from mood to mood. We might feel more tired. We might have like built up energy. We might be craving certain foods. It's just like if you're a woman on your menstrual cycle, and the moon cycles and the menstrual cycles are very much related, but that will be discussed in a future video because the moon cycle in itself is completely a different topic, but it does coincide and it does overlap with this information. That was kind of the sciencey talk. What I believe about moons and suns, specifically moons, is that because everything is connected, I know everything or anything, space, galaxy, universe, anything has the ability to affect us. I first learned about the importance of moons and the moon cycles through a Kundalini yoga and meditation class that was held at my university. But as you know, like I have the moon cycles right here. I'm sure you guys could see it. It's a poster up there. And I learned the importance of it as I started to become aware of certain patterns I've seen in my behavior, in my moods every month. And I started somewhat tracking it. So I kind of got more into it and I was like, okay, there's something that has to be happening here. Because every month I get certain mood shifts, I get certain revelations. I have the need to let go. I have the need to just purge and just really detox And I feel like I always had a feeling that it goes beyond my menstrual cycle, that there's something connected within us and the above that really is urging us to do certain rituals, or to do certain to take certain actions to really detox our body. I know some of you may be thinking to yourself, well, yes, menstrual cycles affect us every month. So yes, we are affected. Our moods change, our moods shift. We have so much different emotions going on during that time. And that's completely true. I'm not going to disregard that. I'm not going to tell you you're wrong. But I personally believe, especially since I've been through my spiritual awakening and like have been getting more familiar with the ins and outs of just like my journey, I know it just goes far more deeper than that. If you do not resonate with that, then that's okay. Maybe one day you will, maybe one day you won't. But I'm here to just educate you, and you could take it as you please, and you may do research yourself as well. Even though we're going to be focusing more about the moon and the new moons and the full moons, I do want to compare the sun and the moon for a quick second. So the sun makes up our outer world, which is our identity, our personality, and the moon makes up our inner world, which are our hidden fears or our hidden emotions, our unconscious beliefs, just things that are dug deeper into ourselves that we may not be 100% aware of. This makes sense because if you're into astrology, every person has a sun sign and a moon sign. And it is said that the sun sign portrays what our identity is, or our personality, just like who we are to the world, who we portray to be. And our moon sign is our most innermost self. We are who we are deeply, who we are in the inside. Not to say that we're two different people, but at the end of the day, we do put on kind of like a face among others, and who we are when we're by ourselves could be kind of different. So if our moon sign, or the moon in general, represents our feelings and our unconscious beliefs, and that's being brought up to the surface at certain times of the month, maybe it does make sense that certain things that are out of our control affect us in some kind of way for some purpose. So we could bring that to light and heal those unconscious beliefs that are being brought up, or those unconscious feelings that we don't know exactly where they are stemming from. So maybe we could pay more attention to our emotions, and maybe if we become more aware, we'll be able to pinpoint exactly why it is we're feeling a certain way and what to do about it to move forward. So what exactly are new moons and full moons? New moons and full moons are pretty much related, but they're significantly different as well. And they have a purpose. Each one has its own purpose. Just reiterating, because our emotions might be elevated and amplified during these times, it is such an important time to really harness in that energy that might be negative or dark, and really shift it into something more positive and loving, and a way for you to learn something, to gain clarity and understanding, and to repeat that once you're feeling these kinds of emotions. Again, everything that comes up to the surface, whether it be because of the new moon, full moon, or just in general, like we sense a trigger in ourselves, that's a way and that's an opportunity for us to turn it around and to make peace with it, at least a layer of it, and to heal from it. Remember, healing happens in layers. Just because you think you're good, or something doesn't trigger you, that's a tremendous progress that you've made. But maybe later on, you might get triggered about the same thing, but then you're lay there confused. Why was I triggered now and not before? It's because healing happens in layers. Healing happens in layers. I'm rambling a lot, to be honest, but the point is that these emotions that come up allow us to gain more clarity and understanding about ourselves. So, a new moon marks the beginning of the 29-day lunar cycle, which means new moons usually occur in the beginning of the month. And that's such a powerful time. Every month is a time, especially the beginning, is a time to set intentions for how you want that month to look like for you. And the new moon does just that. It's extra energy put on top of the new month for you to really gain clarity and gain focus on what it is you want to accomplish that month. Even if you don't believe in this new moon stuff, I really suggest and highly recommend that every month, the first week especially, you take time out of your day to journal, set intentions, meditate, pray, anything, whatever it is that you do, something that allows you to dig deeper into yourself and what you want to accomplish, what you want your month to look like, and write down the steps you want to take in order to accomplish that, or just to speak it into existence, to manifest it. You'd be surprised on how much you actually spoke into existence just by simply writing down your goals and your intentions for that month. Again, new moons are a time to plant seeds and let them come into fruition. Plant your seeds at the beginning of the month, and all your goals will come into fruition. I promise you. If you are aligned with yourself and you are feeding nothing but optimism and positivity and self-love, your goals will come into fruition. If you're into the spirituality realm, you may know this as performing a moon ceremony, new moon ceremony, or full moon ceremony, and it allows you to be more on the meditation side. Okay, so there's gonna be a little change in quality because my phone died and the sun went down, so the natural light is gone. So now I'm using my lamp, and yeah. So sorry for the change of quality, sorry for the change of scenery, just trying to make it work as much as possible. And I want to finish this video because it is so important for a lot of you to know more knowledge about the new moon and the full moon and how it affects us. So where we left off was the new moon. The full moon marks the midpoint of the 29-day lunar cycle, sorry. And this usually happens, you guessed it, midway towards the month. So this specific moon, full moon that is happening in December, on December 12th, that this is the midpoint of December. During a full moon, the full moon is sitting opposite of the sun, fully illuminated by the light of the sun. So that means when there's a full moon, because it's illuminated by the sun, we get to see the moon. Whereas the new moon, it is not. So we don't get to see the new moon. Another thing I want to mention, if you're into astrology, during the new moon, the moon and the sun are on the same zodiac sign. So you know how there's, again, sun signs and moon signs? They are in the same exact zodiac sign. Same exact sign. Whereas on the full moon, they are on opposite zodiac signs. So that means that your emotions might be more amplified. If you're not really into astrology, do not worry about this. This might be a little bit confusing. And if you want me to clarify more, please comment down below and I will try my best to clarify the zodiac signs and what they have to do with the moons and the sun. But to keep it as simple as possible, just know that both moon cycles, or new moons and full moons, they affect your emotions, your behaviors, and they amplify or they may intensify your emotions because of the sun and moon's energy waves that affects Earth's tides and waters, and we are water, so we are affected. The only reason why I mentioned the directions the moons face during a new moon and a full moon is because during full moon specifically, because the full moons are opposite directions, that means that your emotions might be more tense, might be more negative, might be more dark. So that's why a lot of people, especially successful people, if you research, they take full moon days as rest days, as days to relax, as days to realign themselves, as days to simply just recharge. I'm kind of stuttering and taking lots of pauses because there's just so much information going on in my head that I want to put out to you to be as informed as possible, but I need to take a moment to slow down so you know what I am saying and you are not distracted by my So apologies in advance. So because full moons might be a time of tension, of amplification of emotions and behaviors, it is a great time for you to practice your gratitude and to just accept a life and the beauty of everything that is unfolding for what it is. And it is a time to be present in the moment and allow yourself to be immersed in simply gratitude. If you are really big on your spiritual practice or really big on spirituality, again, there is something called moon bathe. You could still do this even if you don't actively practice spirituality or do not consider yourself as a spiritual person. It affects us all the same way. The difference is some are aware, some aren't. So moon bathing is sitting under the moonlight and just meditating, setting your intentions there, just cultivating a practice of just loving and acceptance for yourself. It doesn't have to be full-on meditation where you just sit there and stay quiet and quiet your mind and just allow your breath to take over. It could be a journaling exercise. It could just be you staring at the moon and just praying over it or affirming yourself. Affirmations like, I am successful, I am abundant, etc., etc. So whatever it is that you choose to do, there is no right or wrong answer. It is whatever you are comfortable with and whatever works for you. Everybody is different. Meditating for 5 to 10 minutes or 15 minutes isn't for everyone. Not everybody could sit still. Taking a walk and just letting your thoughts quiet and just being at peace with yourself, that could be a form of meditation. Journaling could be a form of meditation. Listening to a guided meditation and simply breathing in and out and like following along could be a form of meditation. Or watching personal development videos could be a form of meditation, that you are intaking knowledge and you are trying to better yourself in some kind of way. Do whatever is best for you. Do not get stuck or hung up on whatever someone else is doing, whatever I am doing. It is all about you, and no matter what you do, know that you are growing, you are evolving, and you are getting to the next step of your journey. Just like there are new moon ceremonies, there are full moon ceremonies. These full moon ceremonies could look different for everybody, like I said. But one thing people do is that they light candles a lot and they write down whatever they want to let go of. I want to let go of toxicity. I want to let go of overthinking, whatever it is. They light it up and then they put it in water. And some people even do this under the moonlight for more amplified energy. There's just certain things that people do as they build up their spiritual practices, as they build up their knowledge of these things. You don't have to do it. But again, I do encourage you all to always set your intentions, to always plant seeds, and to let go of whatever it is that's no longer serving you. That is the main purpose of these new moons and full moons. Whatever it is that it's coming to surface, whatever triggers you are sensing you need to let go of, then do so. Whatever it is that you need to do in order to get from point A to point B, do so. There is no right or wrong answer. Just know that setting intentions and being very focused and intentional, for lack of a better word, about your goals, about who you want to become, about what it is that you want to do is so essential to your growth, because that means you are actually aware of where you want to go. You are actually aware and actively practicing and actively taking the steps in order for you to accomplish whatever it is that you want to accomplish. But I think that's all for today about new moon and full moon energies. If you have any other questions about the new moon or full moon, especially because the full moon is December 12th, and it's the last full moon of the decade, so it's gonna be such a great way to just amplify your manifestations or what it is that you want to accomplish and just end the year strong. I do want to encourage every single one of you to just start becoming more aware of how you feel in the beginning of the months and midway through the months, because it is an imperative process to go through. Like I said, everybody has different emotions that fluctuate in and out and like amplify in intensity, but the only difference is we're not aware of it. So when I started becoming aware of it, I started seeing a pattern. So maybe it's the same for you. You may not be aware of it, but now that it's in your consciousness, you might start becoming aware of it. So I encourage you all to build a practice of setting intentions, of letting go, and to simply just be more in tune with yourself and your body. Because once you are more in tune with yourself, you start seeing connections to so many things. And again, everything is connected. Everything. So that is all for today, my loves. I hope that this was an informative video. I'm sorry if I was rambling a lot. I'm sorry if a lot of things were left unclarified, but then again, that's what I'm here for, to answer any unanswered questions. So do not forget to hit the like button, subscribe. There are more videos coming. Stay tuned. And follow me on Instagram at katherineamartinez. Also, if you want to support me and my other creative pursuits, I do have a poetry book out. You could find my poetry book on Amazon. It's called The Awakening of the Subtle Flower, and I will put the link below. Other than that, I am your girl for anything, and let me know if there's any video requests or anything else that you would like me to talk about. Until then, love, light, and blessings to you all. Bye.